Alright, and welcome back to game number 2, OME Dota 2 Red versus UC Irvine Gold. Gonna get the names right this time. UCI and OME Dota. The names are gonna disappear again, it's gonna be fine.
Yes, we will be fine.
You know what's funny, actually, is I was saying game number 1, right? The Bat Rider gets through, the Visage gets through. This is how CSL goes in the first week, when no one can scout, no one sees Dota buffs. Mothix has picked Viper. So I think he plays all these mids that are like, I'm gonna win the lane, I'm gonna destroy the mid on an easier to play hero. Or maybe not easier to play, because that's not, Visage isn't easier to play, but it's like the whole, I'm just gonna run over mid and we're gonna snowball around that.
Yes, but that particular lane kinda backfired on him, I would say.
Yeah. Well, it's no fun. It's no fun to play. I mean, that lane backfired on him. They ended up winning the game, right? But he just probably plays these kinds of heroes. Maybe he's not a mid player, and that's what he's comfortable on. I'd imagine he is, since he plays Visage, but you never know. And on the other side, from Bat Rider to Razor, so these are just the kinds of mids that these two teams play. It's a bit funny.
I think the game sound is not on, or am I not able to hear?
Let me fix that for you. It's probably just the way that I'm sharing. My game sounds are on. They can hear them on my end.
Yeah.
That should have fixed it.
Yep, thank you.
Awesome. Oh, that's so obnoxious. So my my casting setup doesn't work the way it's supposed to. That's obnoxious. Anyway, it looks like we'll get a 2 for 2. It's so interesting to me. Sorry, completely interrupting my own thought. Both teams placed this ward super late. Hibiki tried to steal the rune and ran into 4 heroes. It's a nice stroke of fate to keep everyone on the old miss side back. So such a greedy play to go for that bottom lane. Anyway, both teams placed these wards really late, which generally you don't want to do because the other team can see you place them. A lot of times you see players rush out to get the wards down on time.
Yes, but I think Razor was behind the tree, so even if they placed a ward before, he should be fine.
Yeah, it's just like an extra risk that you don't want to take, but both teams have the same perception of that mid ward, so neither of them probably expecting anything different and trying to eke out the extra value. Generally, the mid wards get dewarded anyway, which is why the extra 50 seconds doesn't matter. But hey, it is what it is.
Yes, exactly. I'm myself, I'm not pretty much a big fan of putting the ward earlier.
Yeah, it's pretty important because you can either put it like on the one side or the other, and if you put it here from behind the tree, we see a quick pause. If you put it top right on Dire, you can put it from behind the tree so you're out of vision, but you cannot put it on this side. So if Radiant, right, was to get the early ward down here, or even get the early ward down here, potentially, and be standing up, then they'll see that you didn't place it on this side, and they can deward based on the ward being on this top side.
Oh, yes, well, that makes sense.
So it's just one of those things, like, you can guess where the sentry goes easier, and the extra 50 seconds doesn't matter because you'll just bring out another obs to yourself, like 4 or 5 minutes. So, but there you go. Look at this. Look at the CS. There's 2 CS on Rubik and puts him in 2nd place somehow as we're a wave down, or puts him in 4th place, but above all the Dire, of course. It's funny.
Getting the range creep is more important, so...
Yep. Yeah, I mean, Rubik should be zapping the range creep, absolutely. Again, I have to comment, this is actually really funny to me. There's so many denies in this mid lane, both game 1 and this game. They both have 5 denies.
Yes, and exactly the same
That's
last hit
3
as
CS
well.
and 5 denies. This is insane. It fits with the kind of heroes they play. The make your opponent miserable. Oh my goodness. First blood. Down bottom. They went with the spin Inkswell combo. Not sure exactly what took him out, but looks like it was actually just a right click. Able to chase down Timber. Yeah, that's it. That's the last missed kill this game, right? Gotta think positively.
Yep, I think they might go, like, Timber might go for a chain, level 1.
Yeah, I'm actually, I hadn't clicked on it. I'm really surprised that he didn't. Generally, Timbers don't go even reactive first, they go chain first. Because it helps you secure the range creep, and then also in the Inkswell plus spin lane, you're going to be able to just chain away. So, he went the second point in reactive armor, he's leaving himself open to the combo. And they're actually going to go for it now. Spin going to be dropped through. He's going to be stunned up, and he's going to try and just walk this off. Didn't build up the reactive armor, took a lot of damage, does have a healing self, so he'll be okay. And I think before the spin combo comes back up again, he'll be able to get that level 4 in the point and chain. But Jug, farming away, perfectly happy to just boot the Timber, make him play defensively.
They'll go again.
I did hear that, yeah. I went to click away. They went a little bit early with the Inkswell. Spin wasn't off cooldown, but able to finish him off anyway, and Spin came through afterwards. And I don't know if they had the read that there was no Timber chain. They must have, actually, because you can click and see how many reactive armor stacks there were. So knew he didn't have Timber chain, so they didn't need to wait for the Spin to be off. Stun him up with the Inkswell. And yeah, up top, Spirit Breaker 3. This is another one of those, everyone hates this. You know, unpicked at TI, and it's become one of the most popular heroes of the patch.
Yep, the charging bull.
It is depressing to play against when Spirit Breaker's having a good game. And Razor DC, we should see a pause. Someone pause for him, please. It's actually the other team pauses for him. This is kind of back to what I was saying early on in game 1, right? Instant unpause. Like they feel like they can't just be pausing. I mean, you can pause and everything instantly. It's kind of expected, so no need to worry about, oh, we're gonna pause too much. I mean, it's really not an issue.
Yeah, we saw that happen in the first game as well, like Bat Rider getting DC'd for like multiple of times.
Yeah, I think one of the time, like, if you're dead in the team fight, it's understandable. You want to finish the team fight and not just pause in the middle of the fight. But Bat definitely was DC'd before. Hold that thought as Rubik gonna be chased down. Trying to throw Ogre onto the cliff, not quite enough distance to get him. Spirit Breaker gonna charge through and make sure his Rubik can get out alive. They're actually gonna continue to chase him, and Razor gonna make the move up towards the high ground. Rubik juking away. This is huge amount of space. He's actually dragged the Razor. Gonna try and give him the kill to make up for his time, and I'm a Doctor will at least get the kill. But he's gonna miss some of the, actually, he didn't miss very much of the wave, so I'll go with that skilled. I think it might have been more luck, but you know, knew he could push his limits, go get the kill, and not miss much XP. But look at the UCI CS lead. I mean, Jug is having a free lane down here, able to go on the Timber again, has the point in Timber chain, but still takes a lot of damage from that Inkswell combo. Now they'll turn their attention to the Jakira, but no spin, so they'll just relax. Jug's courier was just hanging out. Gets mangoed up, and Nomad says, hey, I absolutely want to go. We're gonna keep doing this combo. Let's get the Timber.
Yep, they need to do that.
I mean, it's a lot harder to hit the Inkswell combo onto a Timber with Chain there. They're gonna go for it, but yeah, he's able to just Timber Chain away. Nomad taking a lot of damage from the Jakiro, from the Dual Breath. Gonna dive the tower, actually get blocked up, take a couple of tower shots, and unable to secure the kill, but just trade some damage. No. Razor's not having the best lane. It's 12 denies for Razor, 13 denies for Viper. This is madness.
Yeah, but the number of last hits that Viper has surpasses Razor's more.
Yeah. They're absolutely, both of them, focusing the denies more than the last hits, though. It's funny. And, he's got the more last hits. I'm not sure how many of them are small camp last hits. Viper, I guess Razor can take him easily enough with the plasma field as well, so. Both heroes kind of look to do the same thing. Which is push out the wave. And, no, they're looking to push out the wave and farm the small camp. It would be a little bit more efficient, and you see him not doing this, but like stack the small camp right here, because he can clear it with the Q, the plasma field. But he actually took 4 points in static link, which generally you don't do, especially against range heroes, because you wanna max your Q to get that farm potential.
Yep, and especially when Viper has, you know, speed slowing
Omni slash. There you go. Chug finds a kill. But yeah, exactly. You wanna get the farm potential, and you know, Viper has Viper Strike now. Razor gonna TP down towards bottom. Timber actually was caught by the Inkswell, I suppose. I'm not quite sure how that happened. He has Timber Chain. It's only level 1, but still. Razor now.
Viper is also trying to rotate.
Yeah, Viper on the Invis rune. He did TP down here as well and pop the Invis rune, so he didn't run down from mid. But the wave pushing so far in, and Chug has no Omni Slash, so there's not the most to be done here. And even if Viper finds Razor here, with the level 4 Link, he might actually be okay. This is funny. Gonna go on him now, Razor. Just gonna turn with the Link, pop the ulti. Spirit Breaker trying to come in with the charge, not gonna make it in time. Viper taking a lot of damage, and I'm a Doctor actually able to get the kill first, so exactly kind of what I was saying, with because he's got that level 4 Link, he's able to turn around and sap so much damage and claim the kill first.
I think Rubik didn't have to steal the kill. Viper could have like got the kill anyway.
Yeah, it's not the biggest deal once Viper was already dead. That Rubik's there to grab it. I mean, most of it is the XP anyway. The gold bounty, once you've lost it already, is huge, so. But you're right, I think Viper would have cleaned it anyway. I don't blame him for thinking so though. Hibiki able to spin down another. Timber silenced up now. There's no Omni Slash for 20, and Timber saw. Gets the Timber Chain off before another silence can come out, and he'll be fine. Up top, Rubik was falling low, but Wraith King gonna have to back, and yeah, we didn't talk about this lane really at all. Spirit Breaker somehow is the top CS in the game. Razor, I'm a Doctor, makes the rotation with the static link, able to claim the Rubik, just barely staying in range of the link, but struck back under the tower. Jug with the rotation, with the spin and the bash, takes him down. FO in a little bit of trouble, going toe to toe with Spirit Breaker, but gonna lose that first life. Pops the reincarn. There is an Omni Slash available now, and will be used. Gonna bounce away to the creeps.
That was unfortunate.
And, yeah, I don't think he had enough in the tank to take down all 1000 HP of Wraith King with just the one Omni, so. It might actually have been better for him because he didn't get dropped straight into Timber, but now Timber in a lot of trouble. Fade bolted, taken down by the magic damage. Ended up being the bash that got him. And it is a party in this top lane. I mean, everyone is here. Except for except for your mid laners who are having a party of their own. I'm a doctor finds Mothix for free.
It's the same trend that we saw in the last game.
Where did that happen? Wow. All the way off to the side, Spirit Breaker able to charge through. Switching over to net worth. I mean, Spirit Breaker's so rich, actually. I don't know how he was top CS for so long. But he was chilling.
Yeah, those
what were you saying about last game? Sorry?
That was the mid comparison that I'm whether dominating the mid.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a doctor, I'm sorry.
Yes. Yeah, you're right. Definitely not as much this game. Viper still is 0-2, but is a much easier path to recovery, I think. I say that. It's gonna get harassed up a little bit by the dual breath, but Charge gonna come forward with the ink swell. Gonna catch him out. Extra bash and another strike. Gonna take down their Razor, and here's why everyone hates playing against Spirit Breaker.
Yeah, that's like double stun, and then there's the ulti.
Yep, gets him with the charge, got an extra bash on top, hit him with another strike. Man is 1,200 gold away from an Aghanim Scepter. You see a lot of people go for the Shadow Blade first. Every once in a while, maybe you see an Echo Saber or something. I don't know on offlane. On offlane, I might like to see a Shadow Blade first, just so that you're creating a bit more chaos in fights. But Macro Pyre down to save the tower. But the Ags first, you know, not a bad idea.
Yeah, because given the fact that he had a pretty good lane, why not?
Yeah, I mean, if you've got the ability to get it without sacrificing your game, it's not a problem. And he's, you know, now just 900 gold away. It's coming soon. On the other side, like, he might actually get it right around the same time Razor gets his Yules. And it's very hard. You can Yules yourself when you get charged by Spirit Breaker with Ags and with level 4 Bulldoze. And he's obviously not at that point yet, but he will be soon. But it's very hard to Yules the Spirit Breaker when he's charging at like 1,000 plus move speed, coming over some trees, and you have such little time to react.
Yes, yeah, like by the time
Doctor,
you
with the Obs Ward, gonna find two. Bashed up by the charge. Bluey able to get him with the Nether Strike as well, but taking the Minus Armor from the Eye of the Storm, gonna be forced to back away, and no one's gonna die. They're gonna get the ward. Timber's so poor. Timber's really not having a great game.
Yeah, he's been trying to, you know, change lanes and get some farm, but the result been very bad for him.
Yeah, 0-4. I really, you know, not having the early points in Timber Chain made his early lane hard, and then he's been stuck playing from behind ever since. He should feel confident to just go for this, yeah. Doesn't necessarily need the kill, though. He might find it. Timber Chain forward, and yes, he will. Diffuser Blade finished up on Jug just now, and uses it on Shamrock Ninja. Pops the Omni Slash with 24 reactive armor. Spin will take him down as all the mana burned away. Couldn't use the
pretty smart.
Yeah, couldn't use the Soul Ring because he was in the spin, so would get the mana for the chain away, but can't put yourself on 1 HP.
That would be an initial kill.
Let's see. What do we got going on? Ogre has no items. Wow. Oh.
Yeah, they took down Viper in the meantime. Jugger was taking Timber Sword.
Yes. Yeah, I totally missed that. So there you go. Wraith King get that kill? Looks like Ogre did. Wanted to set up the charge combo. not going to go through with it this time. They've been fighting for this ward on the cliff for a long time, and Nomad going to be the next casualty. Pops the soulbind, but will only delay the inevitable as he does go down. I do really like this. Timber, a lot of times Timber players can get caught up in wanting to be the center of every single fight that kicks off. He has just claimed himself this top lane and is gonna continue to push it out and try and recover. Same thing I'd like to see Viper doing on the other side, because he's having some issues as well. He's going for the Dragonlance Maelstrom build and not the like Atos style build. So he does need to catch back up in the farm, otherwise he's not going to be the most useful. And wow, they brought the farm top. We're able to take down Timber, but that's not the worst. That's not the worst death in the world.
Yeah, Timber's getting pretty stormed right now. He is not getting any lane to farm.
It was far up enough though. I mean, he's gonna respawn. He should just TP right back in and take this wave. Sometimes it can be hard to decide to make that play, especially if you just died there. You feel a little bit less confident going back, but he will do it, and this is exactly why it's not such a bad death. There's no tower pressure comes out of this. He doesn't actually miss a single creep. And as long as he doesn't overextend again, then he's just fine.
Yeah, the main thing is that he's taking the attention of the Radiant from the other heroes onto himself, so it's helping the other teammates.
Yeah, it's been plenty of space for Razor. Been plenty of space for Wraith King, who didn't have the best lane, and you see now he's second net worth. Now Jug is super rich by comparison, which is something that you don't actually expect. Wraith King should farm quite a bit faster, but they're gonna buy him some space to catch up. And Spirit Breaker has the Ags. Did see that one get delivered. So he's gonna be ready to make a charge play. Looks like the UCI folk are looking to gank to Spirit Breaker, but it's instead them who's going to be ganked. Jakiro lifted up, Soulbind onto 2, actually gonna break from the charge. But FO Reincar gonna be popped. Mothix in a very forward position. Will be focused down. Razor gonna link him up and take him down. Nice Ice Path, catches 2. Louis not gonna be able to get out of there. Doug trying to clean up however he can. Not gonna be able to keep up with Razor, as now Nomad will be taken down as well. Stolen Ice Path from the Rubik, doing a lot of work, but wow, and the stolen Whirling Death, able to take him down. Hibiki trying to do as much as he can. Can't find I'm a Doctor. This is a crazy fight.
The Omnishless unfortunately went into the crypts, and that's why WK and Timbers didn't get any damage from that.
Yep. Yeah, it can be rough, and then Razor with the phase boots, with the Yules, with the Yasha, I mean, he's got move speed, right? Jug can't keep up. Jug went for the phase boots, but not able to keep up with Razor, and Razor was able to just kite him around the entire fight. Spirit Breaker did charge forward, but into a myriad of heroes. Gonna keep going. There's actually no one Reincar, so gotta be careful. Wraith King will actually be cleaned up by the Viper, as Nomad was taken down in the backlines by Razor, who runs his way to the mid lane. Charge is coming through. But no follow-up there, and now it's Louis who might be in a bit of trouble.
Hello, friend.
It was the Ether Lens on Ogre that helped him stun him from long distance, I guess.
Yeah, the multicast. It's actually funny watching multicast with the bulldoze interaction, because the status resist is enough that he gets unstunned from the first fire blast before he gets stunned by the second one.
Oh,
He was
yes.
able to like walk between them.
Even he might be thinking like, how am I getting stunned twice in a row?
Yeah, it makes it almost like the Enigma spell, the stun.
Yeah, the
Malthus.
Malphus.
It's just funny. Fuels from Timber. I don't know what that was for. Oh, it's stolen ignite. Just wanted to purge it off, I suppose.
Yeah, that pretty ability is, you know, like a pain in the ass.
It is. That is true.
If
Yeah,
you're a
Jug.
CM or a Lion in the lane, you might be worried you get killed.
Jug just being annoying, pushing out the top side. TP's all the way home. I think he should have probably just TP'd here, but goes all the way home. Down bottom, there was actually Soulbind used Timber. Caught in the Nether Toxin and cleaned up. Ogre goes down as well. Spirit Breaker will go down in return, but FO tries to armlet toggle his way through, not going to be able to execute that. Now trying to TP out, but the Inkswell gonna stun him up. Ice Path to try and hold, but not gonna work. Stolen Ice Path actually catches Shakiro on the side. He will be the next to go. It's a 4-for-1 trade in the bot lane. Jug even showing up to secure that last kill.
Yeah, that was a smart move by UCI Irvine because they knew that Razor had TP'd top recently, so Razor cannot join the fight.
Yep. Yeah, no, it's a great time to take a fight, and the OME side just playing under their wards, you know, absolutely right. Just need to be aware of what they're showing on the map. So Razor TPs, and you know they know now it's going to be a 4v5 as soon as Jug can join.
And then the Viper Strike hitting 2 heroes because of the Soulbind on, I believe, Ogre and Timber.
Yeah, the biggest thing for me was the Nether Toxin was placed right on this high ground spot, and Timber with the Soulbind was actually stuck directly in it the whole time. So he's not building reactive stacks. Very easy to take him down quickly, and he's not able to be that big tanky tanky mess that Timber usually is. And yeah, still not having much of a game now. His teammates have recovered, so Wraith King with the Desolator, gonna move towards the BKB. And Razor, SNY, Yules, moving towards a BKB of his own.
And do we have a hood
Hibiki on the DD.
Timber?
There's actually no reincarn. Oh, the Armlet Toggle, gonna save him for the time being. Ice Path gonna hold him in place, and Wraith King will go down first on the back. I'm a Doctor, able to find the Rubik. Jug wants more, has Omni Slash available. Hibiki. He charges forward, gonna get fire blasted and taken down. Hibiki though, with the Omni Slash, wants to keep chasing. Actually gonna back off. Gonna respect the tier 2, doesn't want to die. Gonna find Jakiro for his troubles. Was chasing down Nomad, trying to get a kill for himself. I'm a Doctor, during the Omni Slash, gonna continue the link, and Omni Slash does very little when you're missing 100 damage. But just a bit too low HP on the OME side to continue going for more.
That kind of posed the Omni Slash.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those interactions that feels weird until you think about it a bit, but the static link, if you can static link the Jug, he just can't Omni Slash you because he loses all of his damage while he slashes. It's one of the things that you're not invulnerable from. One of the few things, really, that you're not invulnerable from when you're Omni Slashing. Just unable to do anything about it once you commit the button. I'm a Doctor. I'm gonna use the Yules to get a little bit extra of a link off on Jug, but just more of a nuisance than anything. Shakiro did pick up the shard. I think he might have had that for the last fight, actually. I think I saw the projectiles coming through when he got cleaned up on the back. I'm not the biggest fan of buying the shard straight out on Jakiro. I think it's great if you get it from Roche or something, 'cause it's really helpful against buildings. In the team fight, yeah, you can use it. It works fine. It's a little stun, but your kit just feels so powerful with like the ice path with the dual breath that you don't need it this early.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like just a little tiny stun.
Yeah, it's 1400 gold. I mean, when your net worth's 5,000, you're spending 1400 gold on like this 12-second cooldown stun. Hold that thought. Force staff forward, not gonna save Grimstroke, but oh, the stolen macro pyre! It's so huge. They're both gonna take down both these supports, right? Unfazed, actually gonna get away as the Yules saves Rubik for now. Will get cleaned up. The charge forward will make sure Unfazed goes down. Make sure to pick up the bounty rune from the shovel before he goes down. Now Lou has the charge away if you can just get vision of some creeps. Tries to charge towards bottom, but the Yule Scepter was ready. Gonna try and run away. Now TP, there's no stuns left, but I'm the Doctor. Has the right clicks to take him down. And immediately gonna TP top to find Jug. Jug has spin TP available. He'll be fine.
That's the main thing on Jug when you're, trying to push solo. You need to take care of your spin and the TP time. Yeah,
I mean, he's very happy this game. There's no way that they can interrupt the spin TP. And really no one builds into anything that's gonna interrupt that. Like Wraith King's not gonna buy a basher. So he can always be up here. Just has to make sure he doesn't get caught by a lot of physical damage right away. They would need like 3 heroes to jump him all at the same time, so very safe position to be.
Yep.
Wraith King, wow. Razor going for the Aghanim Scepter. The build I actually prefer at this point is you go straight for Refresher on Razor. Instead of getting the extra target on your ult from the Ags, you want the second ult, the second BKB, and you just be a menace. I think it's the best way to flex your net worth on Razor, and he has surpassed Jug to be the top net worth in the game. And Timber actually recovering. Timber now has the Lotus Orb, working towards a Sanj Kaya, it looks like. Rubik caught by the Ice Path, static linked up. Now Jug does come in with the Slip Slash, has the Omni Slash, bounces through the entire team, trying to finish off someone, anyone. Not gonna find him, but the charge gonna come through. Finally gonna find Jakiro. Razor goes down as well. Timber, the last one alive in the mid lane, silenced up. Gonna pop the Yules, try and get away. Wraith King has come in now. Swift Slash, Jug pounces away towards the creeps. Timber still surviving this fight, now caught in the Nether Toxin, broken up, taken down. FO, Reincar gonna pop, but it's completely surrounded. No way he's getting out of this one. And it's gonna be a full team wipe for UCI. It's a very nice fight. And it's it looked scary for a second. Jug goes forward with the Omni Slash, and it's kind of the dream. You catch everyone, but didn't quite have the damage to bring anyone down in the Omni Slash, but enough sustained pressure, and then the charge through just completely ruins any chance that the Ole Miss side had of responding to that fight.
Yeah, actually the Omni Slash forced the Dire to move back,
Yeah, and it forced them to move back, and it kept them pretty grouped up, as they didn't want to let one of their teammates die to the Omni Slash. They wanted to try and spread that damage, and then they all got caught by the charge because of it. And into Roshan.
It's pretty strange to see that Timber having Juggernaut in the lane and still he didn't go for a hood when there's a lot of magic damage on your enemy team.
Yeah, it definitely is. I wouldn't mind him not going for a hood if he was a bit more ahead in the lane too. You could just be like a split pusher, and you're just gonna be big and play your game. But he fell super behind in the lane, and yeah, he doesn't have the HP to keep it up. And also he's getting caught in the nether toxin. Which if you haven't built up the reactive armor stack, it's very hard to play.
Oh yes, yeah, that melts down the timber anyway.
So we do see a 5-man smoke from the Radiant. Jug gonna pop it on the mid wave, but the rest of the team gonna walk forward into the triangle, place a ward under sentry vision, but Razor gonna continue farming anyway. Macro Pyre dropped down to zone. I'm a Doctor, pops the BKB to make sure he gets away. And forcing the BKB, I mean, this is a no refresher on your Razor, so it's actually a pretty big deal. Now Mothix walks back up into the triangle under the ward. That was just the Swift Slash, so Omni Slash still available, still an Ice Path. Actually, Omni Slash is the Lotus Orb. The anime battle continues. Hibiki now going to be forced to run away as the Omni Slash completely negated. Breaks the static link quickly, and looks like the UCI trying to just retreat. Here even pops the fresh BKB. Has charged back through if he wants to turn this, and will actually charge towards the backline, caught by the Ice Path. Hibiki unable to stay with I'm a Doctor, now turns back around. Gets the static link, but the ult from Spirit Breaker gonna take his life, and Hibiki now toe-to-toe with the Raid King. And is gonna win this one, still does have the Aegis of the Immortal as well. I'm a Doctor did buy back, came into the back, did kill with Spirit Breaker. Now double Ice Path catches a couple. I'm a Doctor with the Eels forward, has BKB back available, and they're gonna retreat. What a messy fight. Jug completely gets the Omni Slash negated. Jug and Wraith King kind of just stood together and right-clicked for a while, and no one was winning with the Paladin Sword and... actually the Paladin Sword on both of them.
Yeah, exactly. Like when you saw Omni Slash dancing between each other, that was pretty unfortunate. And then, you know, back and forth, they're trying to kill.
Yeah, the Lotus Orb was pretty clutch. It came in right as the Omni Slash was being cast, so you can't really fault the Jug for that one too much, because it's not like he just cast Omni Slash on the Lotus Orb. Just unfortunate for him. Gets his whole ult negated, and now Razor is gonna run forward, find a free kill in the jungle, in the triangle, I should say. Now Aegis still is available for 2 minutes. Omni Slash gonna come up in 20, but Grim, did Grim buy back? Why is Grim's respawn timer so long? Yeah, Grim bought back in that fight, actually. Huh.
I think there were a lot of buybacks that I even lost
you don't
track
see it here.
of how many.
That's right. I saw Razor buyback. I didn't notice the Grim buyback. That's fun. Alright, so Spirit Breaker, about to have a Shadow Blade now. Has fallen off. He was that top net worth coming out of the laning stage, and this hero really can farm fast, so maybe not taking as much advantage as he could be farming these lane creeps here, but like yeah, you'd love to see him just charge through this wave. You one hit all the creeps.
Yeah, that's the easiest way to farm on SP.
Yep. And with the bulldoze, it's very not worth it for them to come and contest you there, so he can even push further if he wanted to. Hibiki thinking about walking up the hill. They don't have an obs word on the Radiant on this clip, but he's gonna walk up anyway. Has that Aegis for 30 seconds and is willing to let it go. Actually gonna pop the Swift Slash. Okay. He has all his damage burned off. Linked away and will go down to the Timber. Nice charge through from Spirit Breaker. Gonna look for the Razor. Razor living on just 300 HP, trying to run away. Will make it away. 200 HP. Hibiki though respawns. Does have that Omni Slash still. Razor hanging in the back around the fight. Jug trying to finish off Wraith King. Wraith King doesn't have the shard. He's actually out of mana. Omni Slash gonna bounce to the creeps. Actually bounces now on the back to the Timber. Wraith King still no mana. Doesn't have ult. Will go down. Has a buyback available if needed.
This time you can say that the Omni Slash went into favor of Juggernaut from the grips to Timber Saw.
Yeah. Wasn't able to find the kill on the Timber though, and it ends up being alright. I'm surprised that Wraith King doesn't have the shard at this point. He's against Diffusal Jug. These fights are lasting a long time, and Jug isn't he didn't focus damage items. He's got the Scotty, he's got the SY. So he's not bursting down your Wraith King while he still has mana, so was able to completely drain off the mana and prevent the reincarnate. Nice path forward. Looks like Grimstroke in a bit of trouble. Jug gonna abandon ship. Static Link gonna be off the mark. I'm a doctor. Thought about just settling for the courier. Gonna back off from even that. Now looking for Spirit Breaker, but unable to get him. That was interesting. The status resistance shortened the Inkswell time. Is that what I just saw? Yeah,
Wait, what?
What was that? I'm pretty sure he was bulldozed, so the Inkswell lasted no time. Grim has
So
the
the
shard
bulldoze
as well.
would have an effect on your allies' abilities as well?
You know, I didn't think so, but I think that's what happened, right?
No, I think it's the shard.
No, the shard makes it last longer. You can read it more after this fight. I'm a doctor. Getting clicked down. BKB lasts just long enough. And now the fight completely broken down. Hibiki has that Omni Slash in 20 seconds, so not for this fight. But still able to click down towards the Wraith King. Wraith King trying to turn around and do as much as he can, but will pop that reincarnate. Doug now trying to do all the damage he can with the spin. Moving forward. Omni Slash, Swift Slash rather, onto the Lotus Orb. Not the full length Omni this time. Has the Omni Slash available now. Stolen Wraith Fire Blast catches Wraith King in the back, but not going to get forward on the UCI side.
The stolen Macro Fire was a big clutch over there, putting Timber and Wraith King straight into the Macro Fire by Rubik.
Alright, Ice Path onto Jug. Jug linked up. Lift gonna stop the link for now. Jug thinking about going back in. Has the Omni Slash, but will decide better and will back off. I'd like to see him stick around here and try and force the Timber buyback. They've got the Healing Ward, got Salves. There's no mana on Spirit Breaker, but Spirit Breaker could TP home and charge back out if they wanted to sustain this push. But yeah, back to before. So the Grim Shard makes Inkswell do more damage and heal more and give you a strong Dispel. Doesn't do anything with the duration. So it must have been that the status resistance of Bulldoze
That's pretty interesting.
shortened the 3-second duration by 70% and made it like a 0.8 second Inkswell.
Yeah, it seems like that only.
That's the best explanation I have as to what happened. Alright, Juggernaut has a Basher. They're gonna move into Roshan. Looks like they don't know on the side of Ole Miss. OME gonna have to let this one go. Creeps in their base. This one has the shard with it, so see who takes that. I think they might give it to Jug the way he's been playing these fights, but we'll see. Rubik's a great choice for it as well.
Yeah, they give it to check.
Yeah, he's gonna put him in his inventory. I don't think he really needs it this fight, this game. I don't think he needs to be dealing damage with the spin ball. Alright, yields forward onto Spirit Breaker. Gonna follow up with the Soul Bind, cancel the static link. Now Spirit Breaker looking to charge back in after the Ice Path goes down. Will charge through too, but now might have overextended himself a little bit, trying to escape with the Silver Shadow Blade. An Omni Slash on the back. Bounces to Jakiro, finish him off, and that's the extra long Omni Slash from the Talon. Wraith King. Reincarnation was popped, now stunned up by the Stolen Wraith Fire Blast. He'll get taken down, Jug able to finish him off. Ogre goes down as well. No buybacks on any of the three of them. That might just be it. Age is still up on Jug. 80 seconds on the deck for Wraith King. Charge forward onto Timber. stunned up, silenced now. Yule's gonna try and purge everything off. Unable to timber chain, bashed up. He's actually completely chain bashed and will go down, lifted up by Rubik as well. And the Doctor now looks for Rubik, but it looks like this game might just be over. Jug wants to finish off the tier 4s.
No wasting time.
Time isn't being wasted. Timber has buyback, but he's not using it, and there's no glyph available either. Second tier 4 is going to go down. Throne exposed. Racer going to pop the ult. They're going to charge forward. They're actually wasting the time not hitting the Ancient. Hibiki going to look forward. Clicking into the Razor. Now Timber going to buy back. Chug going to decide, nope, now's the time to focus the Throne. Use the Swift Slash on the Lotus Orb once again. Gets pulled back toward the fountain. Gonna turn his attention back to the Throne. 700 HP. Still getting clicked now from Rubik. Spirit Breaker, they will take it down. And that'll be the game. 2-0 for UC Girls. UC Irvine Gold, rather. It was pretty anticlimactic ending.
Yeah, they just didn't want to tap out. They wanted them to finish it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you get that, right? In the best of 3, you're gonna play to the end of the series, but nice game.